Hey, it's Michael Saul with the Stock Market Trading Watch List for Tuesday, August 9th, 2011. I'm going to keep with the same format I've been doing for the past couple of sessions. I'm going to go over some stocks and look at some indexes, as well as going to take a look at the VIX. So let's get started here. I do the SPY video every night. It's up on the blog. You can watch what I have to say about what I think about the SPY, but I'm just going to talk about the market in general here. I got a lot of emails because during the day I'm updating on my blog when I'm here, and I answered some Q&A. I did a Q&A post rather on the blog about an hour ago, or a couple hours ago now at this point. And one of the questions that I actually got a couple times was, how come you keep looking for a bounce? And there's two answers to that, okay? Well, it's one answer with two parts, I guess. The first part is I'm not really looking for a bounce as much as I'm looking for places that support may come in, where it may be not a bad idea to trail stops or look to take profits or whatever I'm doing if I'm short. And most of the time when I'm posting on the blog, it's for me to really put my thoughts out and make sure that I'm seeing things as they're happening also. So I'm not really looking for a big reversal here. I think the market has broken down. I think that we have much further to go here. And that being said, the market doesn't move in a straight line, and this is about as straight a line as you will get to see. I mean, this is a really nasty, sharp move to the downside. So when the market gets stretched one way or the other, I look for at least a pull-in or a bounce or a little stopping action as the market exhausts itself, gets oversold in this case, or overbought if it was to the upside. So that's what I'm looking for here. Now, I don't think the bounce that we get, when we do get it, because unless we're going right to zero, then I guess it doesn't matter. But when we do get a bounce, I don't think it's going to be the low. I think it's going to be a low. It's probably going to be a short-term low. But I think we're going to form a continuation pattern and continue to the downside, okay? I think that this is a very telling move here as we just rip, we tried to hold the 200 here, we held it here, and then we just gapped down below it. It's almost like the bears are like, well, you're not letting us break in intraday, so you know what, we're just going to gap us below it. And then it, just Katie bar the door here. And the range has been expanding and expanding and expanding. The volatility has been, rising, and look at the volume. So, I mean, that's why I'm looking for a bounce. I'm not looking for the low. I'm just looking for a place where this can stop for the time being, get a bounce, and then look to resume the downward momentum. Now, the way that the volatility is really increasing here, we'll look at the VIX next, I would not be surprised to see another flush down and then a reversal to put in that low, like I said, the short-term low, a low that I'm looking for, right? I mean, this was an attempt at it, so we went lower and then reversed, right? But it'll look something like that, but it'll probably be a real wide range candle. I don't know if news will be involved with it or not, but more than likely that's what's going to start some sort of bounce. All right, so yeah, I'm looking for a bounce because I think if you're a bear, it's the best thing. Jumping on board when the momentum is so strong like this, it's like jumping on board when we're ripping it up to the upside here. Okay, it just doesn't make sense to chase like that. So, in my opinion, a bounce would be the healthiest thing for the bears here. I don't think we're going to get a sharp V reversal. I don't know how any news is going to come out, or what the Fed's going to do, or what the ECB is going to do that's going to make everybody go, wee, it's time to buy, wee. I just don't think that happens. I think we can have like a minor wee, okay, that, like I said, forms the continuation pattern, but that's about it. All right, so that's what I'm looking at overall with the market. Now let's look at some levels. Did you like my light wee? Did you like that? I don't know. I've been working on that. All right, so 21.1133 broke. Now we're looking at 20.23 for the NDX. That is the NASDAQ 100. Here's the Russell. Okay, the Russell broke both the 62% retracement of this swing and the 38% retracement of the bigger swing. Okay, so I'm using this bigger swing down here. So now, levels to watch. We have the 78.6% retracement at 646.33. And if that gives way, looking at 605.41 and then 585.76. Those are the levels for the Russell. Here's the Dow. Okay, I'm not a big Dow fan looking at the Dow for leadership. The media loves to quote it. So we broke the 62% retracement of this swing. And I'm just going to use the smaller swing on this one, because if we get below 10,300, then it's suggestive that we're going to get below 10,000. We're going to go down to this 96.20 level. Okay, let's look at the semiconductors. Okay, 321 and then 306 are the next support levels for the semis. The banks got cracked. Thank you, Bank of America. Through the 50%, we're looking at 33.54 and then 26.70. So 33.54, then 26.70 on the banks. Look at the broker-dealer index. Okay, the broker-dealer index broke the 50%, so we're looking at the 62% down here at 82, and then the 78.6% retracement at 68.76. Let's look at the biotechs. Okay, the biotech's just been getting air hold here. Got through the 78.6% retracement of this swing, which means that if it can hold here, it doesn't just reverse on Tuesday. Looking at 974 as a target here, which is still a pretty nice move here for the biotechs. OIH also got hit 118.74, and then below that you got 105.60. Those are the next resistance levels. Now, these levels don't necessarily have to hit right away, but these are just next targets to watch if we do get a bounce. Okay, those are next targets to watch on the downside. All right, let's look at GLD. Okay, just totally rocking here. 171.28. We highlighted this number a couple weeks ago. 171.28 is the next target for gold. Silver, not acting anywhere near as nice. All right, but so far has held the 50-day. Okay, let's look at the VIX. Up 50% on Monday. Just insane. And this kind of volatility stretch, it's not sustainable. That doesn't mean it can't go higher. It doesn't mean we can't get, air hold some more, or crowbarred, whatever word you want to use to describe it. But, this kind of move is unsustainable. Unfortunately, the market can remain irrational longer than you can remain solvent. It's a very famous saying. But, the VIX is stretched here, and even just a little pause, even, lightening up a little bit here. And like I said in the videos that I did, the money management in wild times, the volatility is not just going to snap back and be dull again. Right? It's going to have to wind down. A move like this doesn't just automatically shrink back to no volatility. It's going to have to wind itself down here. All right, let's look at some stocks. Apple on the 50 and the 89. So if it can hold here and get a bounce, or is it going to go down to 339.42, which is the 200-day moving average. Here's Google, 50-day at 541.83, and you still have the gap fill here at 528.94. 528.94 is the gap fill. Goldman pushed down, nice reversal, but still off pretty sharply on the session here. Below the lows, what were the lows at 112, so you're looking at 110 as the next support level. Look at Baidu, 200-day moving average at 125. Amazon, okay, 200-day at 185.33. So these numbers are just reference levels. When they get to those levels or they break those levels, you watch either for a remount back up above it, or you look to go on the intraday chart and see if an intraday pattern sets up on the 15 or the 5 minute, something like that, all right? Feel free to contact me. My contact info is at the beginning of this video. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. I don't give individual advice. So if you call me and tell me, look, I got stuck long, what do I do? I can't help you with that, but I'll be happy to talk about the market with you. All right? Have a great trading day on Tuesday. I'll talk to everybody again on Wednesday.